Hi. This is my audience. Here we go. Alrighty. Alright, I'm here today to tell you about December of 1997, the year and month I was born. Alright, now, not much happened during this month, not gonna lie, and not a lot happened on my birthday, but we'll get to that later. Now, we're going to start with what happened in government and politics. Now, over in Japan, there was an international treaty being signed, and this extended the United Nations current climate change framework established in 1992. And at this point in history, scientists had already established that climate change was happening and that it was directly related to greenhouse gas emissions. So far the protocol was just to decrease greenhouse gas concentrations, but now this protocol that was being signed in Japan, it was putting it on the developed countries to be historically responsible for the increase in temperatures. Alright, and then on December 3rd, over in Ottawa, Canada, there was a convention going on to sign the Ottawa Treaty. It's also known as the Mine Ban Treaty, and this was happening to eliminate anti-personnel landmines. If you guys don't know what those are, they're just smaller landmines used to injure the enemy instead of killing them to increase the enemy's logistics budget, specifically medical support, instead of spending money on other things. So 122 countries signed this, and some of the big ones that did not sign were the United States, Russia, and South Korea. Okay, so in some more serious news, over in Algeria, the Dirty War was going on. And if you guys don't know what that is, Algeria was having a civil war. It started in 1991, and it was between the Algerian government and various Islamic rebel groups. One of the big ones was GIA, Armed Islamic Group. And this civil war was known for extreme violence and brutality against civilians, especially journalists. And now, so on December 4th, or 24th, 50 to 100 villagers were killed in Sid El Antri massacre. And then just a week later, over 400 were killed from 4 different villages in Wiala of the Relazane. Alright, in some slightly better news, Hong Kong was killing all of its chickens. On December 29th, the Hong Kong government released a statement to kill the 1.25 million chickens within Hong Kong to stop the potentially deadly influenza strain carried by chickens. Alright, and sports news. Latrell Sprewell, a Golden State Warrior from Oakland, California's basketball team, attacked his coach during a practice when he told him to put a little mustard on a pass. And then he returned 20 minutes later and punched his coach in the face, resulting in a 1-year suspension from the NBA and a contract termination. His coach, PJ Carlesmo, was known to be aggressive and confrontational and was having problems with Latrell for years. But that's no excuse. Alright, in other sports news, on December 12th, the FIFA Confederations Cup was kicking off in Saudi Arabia. Now, this was previously known as the King Fahd Cup in 1992 and 95, but this was the first FIFA Cup to feature all representatives from all FIFA confederations. In entertainment news, there were some new movies hitting the horizon. A big one was on December 19th, Titanic was released, with the young Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio sinking in a giant ship. This was the highest grossing film of all time, second to Avatar, unfortunately. And it won 11 Oscars, including Best Picture and Best Director. Now, another good movie on the horizon was Good Will Hunting, released on December 5th. And now this was written by and starring Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, launching their careers in the movie industry. And in sad movie news, Home Alone 3 was released, replacing their child star actor and ending an era. On December 26th, the day I was born, Spice Girls made their big screen debut in Spice World, the movie. This movie made $6.8 million in the first week and was starring big features like Elton John and Roger Moore. In sadder entertainment news, there were some actor tragedies this month, including the Robert Downey Jr. getting sentenced to 6 months in jail for violation of probation. If you're not keeping up on the Downey Jr. drama, in the summer of '96, he was arrested for a DUI, possession of cocaine, heroin, and an unloaded Magnum. In similar news, Christian Slater was sentenced to 6 months in jail for biting a man and attacking a police officer. In disappointing news, on December 18th, Chris Farley was found dead in his apartment after an accidental overdose. You may have known this 300-pound actor from his comedic stand-up routines or starring in Tommy Boy. And in music news, Notorious Big IG was named Artist of the Year, and his hit song, Hypnotize, was named Song of the Year by Spin Magazine. And that about wraps it up for December 1997. Some little extra fun facts. Gas was $1.22 a gallon. And Seinfeld announced to NBC that it would be the last season of his classic show. Alrighty, that wraps it up. Thank you for watching.
Good night.
Very good.